So, as you know, I've got some things in my bag that are for my mental health, that are good for our mind. So we've been talking about the sunscreen and the apple being good for our body, and there are things in my bag that are good for my mental health. And the best way that we can protect our minds, we believe at Grow Your Mind, from a really young age, is to understand how it works. So I'm actually going to introduce you to some animals that live inside your brain. I know that sounds a bit strange, but that's what I'm going to do. And the reason why we do this is because if you understand how your mind works, then you might have a better chance of looking after it. So, are you ready to meet the animals in your brain? Introducing your elephant. Yes, you all have an elephant in your brain. Your elephant is fantastic at remembering things, and it stores all your happy memories. Your elephant is incredibly useful. So your elephant hangs out there and helps you remember things, often lets me down. Next up, we have the wise owl. The wise owl is super helpful, especially at school, because it helps you make really wise decisions. And it also means that you can be a flexible friend, and it's especially good at problem solving. So your wise owl and your elephant get on really well. They like to have conversations with each other. Your elephant likes to call on your wise owl to remember what the best decision might be, and your wise owl likes to talk to your elephant and go, hey, what was that good memory about this certain thing? And then, deep down in here hiding, is your guard dog. And your guard dog is also a very important part of your brain. And your guard dog is great at passing joy through to your other animal helpers, but your guard dog can get a little big and bossy, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. But your guard dog, at the moment, while it's looking like that, is fantastic. And your guard dog talks to your wise owl, and your wise owl talks to your elephant. All is going well. And then, who here has been told to focus and pay attention? I know I have, and I know I've asked a lot of people to do that too. This is your animal. Your animal is called the sifting sooty, and your sifting sooty is great at getting you to focus and to pay attention. And your sifting sooty is a bit like a tightrope walker. So if you imagine you're on a tightrope walker like this, when the tightrope walker's going along and it smells, that particular person smells of food or someone takes a photo, they don't stop because then they're going to fall over. And your sifting sooty is a bit like that. They just focus one step in front of the other, and that's all they're focusing on. So as you can see, they're all a similar size, and all is going really well. They're having a really nice conversation with each other. Here's the problem with our cheeky little brain, and it's probably my brain too, is that sometimes our guard dog gets it wrong. And if you imagine that this jar that lives in your kit is your mind when it gets a bit stressed and a bit upset. And what happens is your guard dog gets really big and goes, all right, I've just had a fight with a friend, I'm going to bark really loudly, I don't need to remember anything, I don't need to focus, and I don't need to make any good decisions. I am in charge, I've got this sorted. And this is what's happening. Your guard dog is actually blocking oxygen to the rest of the other animal helpers, especially to your wise owl, which is now strewn across the table. And so what we do is we can breathe. And when we breathe, what eventually happens is our guard dog gets a little bit smaller, back to looking like this. And when our guard dog is nice and small, the other animal helpers can come on. So what happens is our guard dog can go, whew, I was just feeling something very strong, but I'm going to tap in with my elephant and remember the fact that fights are a normal part of life. I'm going to talk to my sifting sooty and go, it's okay, we can continue focusing. And most importantly, I'm going to have a little conversation with my wise owl about what might be the best decision right now. Now, very quickly, we can talk about the fancy brain names for each of these. And in a moment, you're going to see some children do the brain chant. But I'm going to quickly give you the actual name for each character because there's no reason why you can't know them. This cheeky guard dog is really your amygdala. Your elephant is your hippocampus. Your sifting sooty is your RAS. The fancy name is the reticular activating system. And your wise owl is your prefrontal cortex.
Prefrontal cortex helps us make decisions.
Prefrontal cortex helps me make decisions.
Hippocampus. I
what I learned.
Amygdala. I can run so fast. I can.
Amygdala.
I can run so far.
I can fight. I can freeze. I can flee.